there, friends. Today is Monday, April 27th. Just wanted to take a little bit of time to go through this week's course materials. I am currently on Blackboard right now. I'm going to go into the student preview mode, so my screen will look exactly how your screen is going to look. So over here on the left, I'm going to navigate to the course content. I'm going to click. And then you'll see this folder week 5 with today's date, April 27th, and then Wednesday's date, April 29th. I'm going to go through all of these materials for the week today, just so that if you are, if you're caught up and wanting to work ahead, certainly I'm going to encourage you to do so. So you'll see both Monday and Wednesday's assignments listed here. The first assignment, and this is the same as what I had posted last week. I think some of you have had time to get to it, a lot of you haven't. So I'm going to give a little more time on that. It says to view the instructor feedback on your argumentative essay. There are directions here. If you click this link, and then you have to click again, but it tells you how to go in and view the feedback that I've given you on your writing. So please take the time to go through, view that feedback, and make those changes. Okay? Then, like I said, it says make revisions after you've viewed the feedback, and then I want you to upload the revisions to Blackboard, the same spot that you originally uploaded the rough draft. So to do that, you'll go back to course content. Here's where it says upload your rough draft, so we'll click back on week 4, and you're simply going to re-put in, so you're just going to do it again, okay, with your new version. Browse your computer, upload it, and then make sure you hit submit down here at the bottom. That way it just gives me a chance to go in and make additional comments or changes if we need to. Okay, now I'm going to navigate back to week 5. So again, you're going to view the feedback on your argumentative essay, make those revisions, and then re-upload to the same spot here on Blackboard. If you've already done all that, then I would go ahead and I would start working on Wednesday's materials. Wednesday throughout the rest of our class, I think we only have 3 or 4 class days left after this, but we're going to start working heavily on getting your portfolios ready for that final submission. And so what I would like for you to do is to click on, first off, the portfolio requirements. And it goes through and it lists out all of the portfolio requirements for you. Some things that I need to point out, I'm getting ahead of myself, I'll come back to that. But these 4 things are what we need to have in your portfolio. The first one is a letter with 1 paragraph devoted to each of the things in your portfolio. You'll have a summary that is 1 paragraph, should be less than 1 page. You'll have an expository essay, an argumentative essay. This part here, okay, when you get to, it won't let me highlight here, when you get to the presentation part, please don't worry about that. I'm going to do that for you as long as we have it in your portfolio. I can print and get those ready. I will place it in the folder, I'll label it with your student ID, and then we'll go through and we'll make sure all of the names, my name, your name, are removed from every piece of writing because it's a completely anonymous read. Okay, now these dates, please do not worry about these dates. We have been given an extension on the portfolios, so these dates are not accurate. Okay, don't even read this part, not accurate. Okay, all right, and I think that's all I needed to go over there. So next thing, I'm going to come back. All right, and then I've given you 2 examples. I've given you a passing portfolio, okay, one that the readers deemed as a passing portfolio, and one that the readers deemed a failing portfolio. I want you to read both, and I want you to pay a lot of attention to the differences, as it says below here. How are the passing and failing portfolios different? So here is an example of a passing portfolio. Okay, you'll notice it starts with a letter. Dear Portfolio Reading Committee. This is what we are going to be doing next. We have to write your cover letter. Anyway, you can read through the cover letter here. It explains what each of the pieces in the work are about, and it details them. And then down here at the bottom, it asks the reader to take time to consider the pieces, and it signs it this way, sincerely, and then the student number. Again, a completely anonymous read. Now, once we get to this point, we've got your letter, then it will go right into the first item in our portfolio, which is the summary. Okay, so I want you to carefully read through this summary. This is a summary over a chapter, it looks like chapter 6 from the book All Quiet on the Western Front. So I want you to read through that summary. Okay. Then the next piece here, again, the only thing present in this upper left-hand corner is the student number. We'll get to that point. On veterans facing war and mental illness. So this is their expository essay. Looks like for their expository essay, they're just doing an explanation of the 3 most common mental illnesses that veterans face. Ours was a compare-contrast, so a little bit different. But I want you to read through this essay, and there's their works cited. And then here's the last one, the argumentative essay. See if you can figure out what they are arguing. And at the very end, they should have a works cited just like that. And so, again, this is the passing portfolio. So I want you to read it. Pay careful attention as you're reading. And then I want you to take a look at a failing portfolio. Not to make you nervous or make you scared, but I want you to look and see what is the difference between passing and failing. All right, so this portfolio that I just opened up, this is a failing score. Okay, so again, same class, okay, as the last one, so they have the same assignments. So this looks like it is a summary on Chapter 4 of All Quiet in the Western Front. I can already tell by looking at it, it's a lot shorter than the last one. It looks like the writing might be a lot simpler, a lot shorter sentences. I don't know, you'll have to take a look and read through here. Here's their second essay. This is the expository, so where they're explaining something. So you'll have to read through that. Just by looking at it, I haven't read this in depth, but it doesn't look like, looks like it's all one big paragraph. Okay, I don't see a thesis statement. I don't see supporting details. I don't see integration of sources. And it does not meet the minimum requirement of 2 full pages. So I've got some concerns there. And it doesn't have a works cited page. That's big, right? Then their last essay is the argumentative essay. So see if you can figure out what they are arguing. It looks like this time, though, they do have some in-text citations, so that looks a little bit better. But again, it doesn't look like it meets the requirements of the 2 full pages. So, I mean, some definite work there. But other than not meeting the page requirements, I do want you to read and see, you know, the big difference between passing and failing is going to be a lot with style as well. So after you've taken a look, you've looked at the passing, you've looked at the failing, then I want you to go ahead, if you have time, I want you to start typing that portfolio letter. Okay, it's going to be a cover letter that is going to go as the very first page of your portfolio entry, and I want you to start it like this: Dear Portfolio Reading Committee. Again, there will be about 3 professors that will sit down and read through your essays. It is a blind read, okay, meaning we will take your name and my name off of all of the essays so that nobody knows, and then we read it. But inside of this letter, though, you're going to give kind of a brief introduction. You know, over the past few months, I've been working in English 90. It's not English 30. It's a different class. English 90. And you're going to talk a little bit about the writing process, and then you'll go into and you'll talk about my first piece of work, just like this person did here. My second piece, my last piece. You'll just tell the reader what they're about, what they can expect, and then you're going to ask them to take a little bit of time to look over your pieces. Okay? All right, I know that's a lot of information, but we are getting near the end of our course for the semester. Again, today's Monday. I want you to make sure that you have viewed the feedback on your argumentative essay, you've made those revisions, and then upload it to Blackboard. I'm again going to take another look. I'm going to give you more feedback, more things to consider. I would also like for you to email your essays to the Longview Writing Center if you haven't had a chance to do that. It just gives us a chance to get one more set of eyes onto your essays to get feedback. And then we are going to, on Wednesday or today, if you finish this really quickly and you want to move on, go ahead, spend some time reading through the passing and failing portfolio, reading over the requirements, and getting yourself ready with your final portfolio for the course. All right, friends, you're doing great. We're almost there. We're almost to the point where we can submit that portfolio for consideration, and then we'll move on from there. So, but make sure you're spending some time going back through each of your pieces that we're going to submit. Proofread them one more time. Make sure it's as perfect as we can make it. And then we're going to dive in. We're going to get our portfolios ready. We'll get those all submitted to your folders. Then I will print those off and get those over to the college. All right, friends, I hope you have a marvelous Monday. I miss seeing each of your faces in class. Please reach out to me if you need anything, if you think you're going to need an extension, if you're having trouble getting access to a computer, to the internet, something, just please reach out and let me know. All right, take care.